Hey friends, Grandmaster Brown here. It is Friday, February 23rd, 2024. We are getting all geared up for upcoming graduation, and we're going to try to do it a little bit differently this time. In the past, when we had a giant lobby, we could host the whole school at the same time and have seats for almost everyone. Now we have the same size training floor, but a smaller lobby. So we have to change it up a bit because we want everyone to be comfortable and to be here to cheer on their friends and family. Now, as usual, we will test for our red stripes during your regular class times next week on Monday and Tuesday, which this is the stripe for demonstrating your techniques in your forms. Memorization of forms is less important than how you execute the techniques in the form. I'm going to talk about forms a little bit more in the video, so just stay tuned. Then the following Monday and Tuesday, we use your regular class time to take your final exam. We will go over all of your material and you will hopefully earn your black stripe. If you aren't ready, this gives us plenty of time to get you ready and retest you if you need to so that you can graduate. Then the following week, we will offer you 2 opportunities to perform for your friends and family and to be awarded your new belt rank. On Wednesday the 13th and Thursday the 14th, there will be a graduation performance and ceremony separated by age group, except for Little Dragons. Theirs is only on Thursday, as it's a pretty small group. Now, Red Seniors who are testing for their stripes will test all together on Saturday the 16th, starting at 11 a.m. I have attached a link to the graduation schedule in the video description. However, if the time for your age group absolutely doesn't work for you, you can come to any other. Just let us know first. That way we can prepare and have your belt ready. Now, I'm excited to see everyone earn their new rank and to move on to learning new and exciting material. Now, the following week after graduation is Buddy Week. You get to bring a friend to class with you, just bring them to your regular class time for free. What a great opportunity for you to help someone else see the valuable impact Ancient Ways can have on their lives. Also, the new schedule will go into place on Monday the 18th as well, right after graduation. We have many students moving up to intermediate and many moving up to advanced and many who have upgraded to Black Belt Club and Masters Club. So the fluid demographics of our students, our schedule has to be a little fluid as well. I'm excited about the new schedule as it allows us to have some earlier classes for our adults and teens, and it will also give me a full hour on Saturday mornings with my amazing Red Seniors and Black Belts. They deserve that. All right, so let's talk about forms. Katas in karate, pumse in taekwondo, or you can just call them forms as we do in English. They have always been a big part of traditional martial arts training. I personally love forms because they give me a mentally engaging way to keep me doing more repetitions of what I need to do more repetitions of, my martial arts techniques. I don't need an instructor once I have them memorized, and I can do them anywhere I go. Standing in one spot and doing the kicks and punches and blocks over and over again will get really boring really quickly, whereas doing them in a form makes me think and keeps my brain involved. Many schools have moved away from doing forms for a couple of reasons. First, traditional forms are incredibly unrealistic, with hands on the hips and ridiculously huge stances that you can't move with. What you train is what you'll do, so the forms need to be realistic. I began designing these forms in the 1980s and have tweaked them all a little bit over the years to improve them. But now that we're into the mid-2020s, people don't engage with forms the same way. Even my newer, more practical ones seem to engage students less than they used to. Kids especially struggle with memorization of more than 3 or 4 movements at a time. Personally, my knee-jerk reaction is to blame modern entertainment. We're so easily drawn away from time we might spend practicing by social media and our addictive doom scrolling on our phones and tablets. As kids, we would get bored. I mean, really bored. And when that happened, we would go practice. Kids today don't get bored. They download a new game and they get drawn into it for hours instead of playing outside or reading for pleasure or doing sports in the neighborhood or practicing martial arts. Maybe I'm wrong, but with that being said, it's not going to change. So we instructors changed what we look for in the forms training. Instead of looking for students to memorize their form, we look at their proficiency level of the moves that they do within the form. You aren't going to do a form in a fight anyway, but you will do the moves from the form. Many modern martial arts schools have abandoned doing forms altogether and replaced them with a variety of combinations that the students must learn and perform. And honestly, it's the same thing, but they're missing one important factor. The forms teach you how to move and turn in a fight, and footwork is crucial, so we will keep doing them. Now let's say that you do memorize your form for the semester. You're going to be able to practice more and do better at the graduation. But next semester, the new form will replace the one you're doing now, and you're going to forget it. But your body remembers the moves, and that's what we want. Now, when you become a Red Senior, we're going to return to all of this material, and you will relearn or just refresh your memory. The better you have it now, the easier it will be then. We see many Red Seniors who struggle to relearn all the forms. And then there are others who pass their stripe exams like walking through a park, like Mr. Edward did. Memorizing them is best at the lower ranks. But it doesn't mean if you don't that you won't pass. And it doesn't mean that you aren't learning the important parts, which are the moves within the form. Does that make sense? Do your best. We know when you're trying, and we will help you when you need it. Just ask. All right, now, here is my success lesson for this week. There are 3 reasons why we don't do well at something in our lives. I call them the 3 I's. Not these I's, the letter I. First is ignorance, which just means I don't know something. Naturally, I'm not going to do well if I don't know it, right? Second is indifference, which means I don't put importance on it. Naturally, I'm not going to do well if I don't think it's important, and I might need someone to explain it to me as to why it's important. Third is inertia, which means I just lost forward momentum. Essentially, it means laziness. And we have to work very hard to make sure that isn't a reason that we aren't successful. Be aware of your 3 I's and keep on your path to success. Grandmaster out.